Hello, this is Erin with the Joy in Pens and Paper, and this video is going to be a planning session for the week of July 15th through July 21st. If this is your first time at my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining. Feel free to subscribe, comment, etc. I do a functional planning style in a Hobonichi Hone, which is the hardcover version of a Hobonichi Cousin. I love writing with fountain pens, and I also work in public schools, so I am officially off for the summer. I feel like for me, my summer vacation is just starting because we did a very hefty family vacation. Those videos are also coming out on my channel where I'm doing a recap and journaling of my vacation. And I also then got COVID after our trips. So today is really the first day that I feel like I can get into a summer routine. Anywho, so this is the week that we are planning, and you can see I don't really have a whole lot going on. Probably Monday is my busiest day. So let me just double check. There's nothing that I need to add on to this. So I'm going to flip to the dailies, and we're going to transpose that information. So I am filming this on Sunday, July 14th, and Monday, I did get contacted by my job. One of the students that I work with, I'm just going to take a sip of coffee, unexpectedly showed up to the extended school year summer services and had a little bit of a rough week last week. And that makes sense because nobody knew that the student was coming. Nobody was trained to work with this student. I don't really have anything to do with extended school year services unless someone asks me my opinion of whether a student needs them or not. So I wasn't aware that the student was coming. So yeah, I'm going to provide them the behavior support plan that I have developed and some tips and tricks for how to translate that into the summer. And I'm also just going to work with the student a little bit to maybe help reset things a bit because I do have a good rapport with that student. So at 8 o'clock, I'm going to go into work for a few hours, probably until about 11:30. At the same time, my son has an appointment. So my husband will take him to that appointment. He has a genetic condition that we just found out about called tarsal coalition. And so on his foot, the little foot bones, the tarsals, are fused where they shouldn't be. And because they're fused, when he went through his recent growth spurt, we already knew he had flat foot, but his flat foot became much more pronounced, and his ankle bone is now pronating in, which is causing him discomfort and is something that we likely need to fix. Sorry, I just had to open the door for my cat. And that fix will, in all likelihood, end up being surgical, which, from what the doctors have told us already and the research we've done, could be a lengthy recovery. So he was an absolute trooper on our recent vacation. which involved a lot of walking and a lot of stairs and a lot of cobblestones and a lot of uneven surfaces. And he handled it like a champ. However, we do need to get this fixed for him because the long-term impact on his ankle, his knee, his hip, his spine, we're going to get that fixed for him. So, and then Monday evening, I do have a monthly board of director meeting. They are actually talking about it being in person, which will be excellent. The last time that these meetings were in person were pre-COVID, so this is kind of a big deal. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then the next thing that I have scheduled is the 20th. My husband and I are really big fans of the band OAR, or Of a Revolution. Their kind of most popular song is probably Crazy Game of Poker, which for us was really big in our college days. I think another more mainstream or secular song would be Shattered. That might be another one that people don't know that they know, and they hear it and they go, oh, that's OAR. So we have that concert on Saturday. I don't know this definitively, but typically concerts are at 7 o'clock. So I'm just going to put it here at 7 o'clock for OAR. And then before that, we have a gift card to, I think it's called Boston Harbor Distillery, that we got for Christmas. So we'll go to Boston Harbor Distillery. And then we'll probably also grab dinner in the Seaport, because the concert is at I call it the Bank North Pavilion. I think it's actually changed names since then, and I can't recall exactly what the name is, but we'll get dinner and then go to the concert and come home. Our son is going to spend the weekend at his grandparents' house, so probably Friday, maybe Thursday, but probably Friday, we'll do dinner down at my in-laws when we drop him off. We were supposed to have dinner with them this past Thursday, but because of COVID, we decided to delay that a week just to make sure that we're not contributing to the spread. And we'll be able to go through pictures and tell them all about our trip. So that'll be really nice. And then probably Sunday we'll meet up with them maybe halfway and pick up our son. So this will be a nice little date day. We're actually taking this as an opportunity to celebrate our 16th anniversary, because we did not, or we have not done that already, and then COVID, right? So today being Sunday, let me just go ahead and write out my plan for today. I am acknowledging these plan with me videos are going to be quite short because I don't necessarily have a ton going on, but I do have some things that I want to do for this summer in general, just because it's my first summer off in 10 years and I want to live my best life. So today my goals will be, as per usual, work out, reconcile our budget, do some journaling, do some 5-year laundry. We have daylilies. We actually have a lot of daylilies. And I really love the process of deadheading. So, and I could be very wrong, but my understanding is daylilies, they are very water saturated. And so they're called daylilies because they blossom and they open up for one day and then they close up. And so when you deadhead them, you're cutting off the water supply so the water can go to all the other blossoms that are coming. They are, or they bloom the first half of July. So we probably have maybe a handful of days left of blooming, and so each morning I like to get out and do the deadheading. I just because I can't help myself, I start counting them. Our highest single day was, I think, 288 um, daylilies that I deadheaded the next day, and that was the beginning of this past week. So I'll do some deadheading. I want to do some articles, and I want to do some cleaning. Now, for last Sunday, I had noted some projects of doing the office organization, which I did, and the SEL curriculum, dissertation articles, and workout plan. I'm going to check off dissertation articles because I did do some reading relative to what I'm hoping or thinking my dissertation subject might be. But because of COVID, I did not work on the SEL curriculum. And while I did do some walks around the neighborhood, I didn't really do a workout plan. I do need to follow up with my husband on these things because these are all relative to him. His Easy Pass transponder, I believe, has stopped working, so he needs to contact Easy Pass and get a new transponder. I probably do too, but I don't have outstanding tolls relative to it, so he does. And one of those tolls is in Rhode Island, which we came back from our vacation to a letter that we had $80 in additional fees because we didn't pay it prior to going on vacation. So I told him one of us is going to call. He eventually said he would, and ask to have those fees waived because we were out of the country. And then we've been investing or using Acorns. I actually know, I think one of the developers of that app from summer camp when I was a kid. But when we shifted our financial management a year ago, we stopped using our Citizen or our bank, our Citizens card for day-to-day purchases and moved over to a credit card that gives cashback rewards. And then I use those rewards to kind of invest in future projects and things like that. And so we're not really getting a whole lot of bang for our buck using Acorns anymore. And when we looked at the interest rate that yields, it's not as much as our cashback rewards and or not our cashback rewards. It's not as much as the interest rate that we get through Capital One, which is where we have our savings through right now. And I also do have a savings account through Citizens that has a 5% annual percentage rate. So I talked to my husband about we're going to close out our Acorns and stop putting money in there every month. And instead, we're going to put that into either Capital One or Citizens Access, where we're going to get more interest for it anyway. And that's the money that we save or that we put towards future trips. So we, the big trip that we went on, we had been saving through Acorns for about 7 years, and we had saved up enough money to pay for the cruise through that. So that's what that is. So we're going to carry forward those home things. Now, this week, let me just note my goals. And this pen is an Opus 88. I actually was looking yesterday at nib units. This has an extra fine nib unit. I want to get a fine and a medium because they're only $20 a piece. So might as well get some variety with the same pen body. That seems like a really nice move. I also was looking at some Esterbrook custom nibs. They have a sale right now, but the only custom nib that was available was a mini stub, and their sale is if you buy 2 or more, you get 20% off. There's not a second option, so I'm not going to get that right now. But goals, I want to work on my dissertation. I want to work on the SEL curriculum. I want to do some cleaning / organizing. And the other, I'm going to say fitness. So just in general, I want to work on my own physical fitness. I want to work on my strength training. I want to work on my eating, my hydration. I got a new water bottle yesterday from Treehouse Brewery in Sandwich, Massachusetts on the Cape. So I am the type of person that anytime I get a new water bottle, I drink water like it is my job. It is not sustainable to get a new water bottle every time I have a shift in my water consumption. However, I saw that this same water bottle at Treehouse last summer when we went and really wanted it. And so when I saw it this time and still really wanted it, that's a year of kind of impulse control there. I just went ahead and got it. That was my, I guess, souvenir from our trip down to Plymouth at the end of this past week. Yes, so that's my goal. So let me just strength training. And I'll do probably a lot of that through Peloton. Hydration and eating. Okay, so that's my goal for this week. Probably, I was thinking today, but given tomorrow's going to be, for me, a busier day. Gosh, that sounds so interesting. Tuesday, I want to think about what my ideal summer day would look like and how I want to use that time the best. And also I'm doing a lot of YouTube filming today, just to get a couple more projects done. I have a little bit more left to document for our trip before that series is done. And yeah, so there we go. There's my plan for the week, short and sweet. I hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know what your big goals for this week are. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Take a moment, like this if you found it at all valuable or interesting, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.